The moment you put the new DJI Osmo Pocket 4 Pro in your hand, you instantly realize something changed. Big time. This is no longer just a vlogging camera. This thing is trying to replace your phone, your compact camera, and honestly, maybe even parts of your mirrorless setup too. And the craziest part? The biggest upgrade is not the new sensor. It's not D-Log 2. It's not the stabilization. It's the 3 times telephoto lens. That single addition completely changes how this camera feels in real life. We also talk about new Insta360 Luna Ultra in the end of this video. For years, Pocket users had one major problem. Everything looked too wide. If you tried filming food in a cafe, your plate suddenly looked stretched. Faces looked distorted. To get cinematic close-ups, you had to physically move closer and closer until the perspective started looking weird. You could tell it was shot on a tiny wide-angle camera. The Pocket 4 Pro fixes that instantly. Now you can stand comfortably away from your subject and still get natural-looking shots with proper depth and background separation. The difference feels shocking the first time you use it. Portraits especially look dramatically better. There's a reason photographers love medium telephoto focal lengths. Human faces simply look more natural there. Wide-angle lenses exaggerate noses, stretch faces, and distort proportions. The new 3 times lens on the Pocket 4 Pro lands right in that sweet spot where people finally look human. When comparing the same person shot on 1x and 3x, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. The 1x shot feels flat and stretched, while the 3x image suddenly has depth, softness, and proper facial balance. Backgrounds compress naturally. The subject stands out. Skin tones look smoother. Everything feels more cinematic without even trying. And honestly, this is where DJI made a genius move. Instead of chasing smartphone-style overprocessing, the Pocket 4 Pro seems focused on making footage look more camera-like. Compared against something like the iPhone 17 Pro telephoto lens, the iPhone still looks technically sharp and realistic, but DJI's rendering feels more pleasing to the eye. The skin tones are softer, highlights roll off more naturally, faces just look better straight out of camera. It's one of those things that's hard to explain with specs alone. You see it immediately. What surprised me even more is that DJI didn't ruin the original wide camera in the process. Usually when companies add more lenses, something gets compromised. But the main lens here still looks fantastic. In fact, under difficult lighting, it might actually be the strongest part of the entire camera. High contrast scenes are where the Pocket 4 Pro starts acting way above its size class. I shot directly towards sunlight with heavy shadows covering parts of the frame, and somehow the camera still preserved detail inside darker areas while handling bright skies surprisingly well. Obviously, physics is physics. Some highlights still blow out, but the dynamic range here is honestly ridiculous for something this small. And remember, this is still a pocket-sized stabilized camera. That's the scary part. DJI added a brand new 1.5-inch sensor, and you can feel the improvement immediately when shooting outdoors. Colors have more flexibility. Shadows retain information longer. HDR performance feels cleaner. It genuinely starts entering territory where casual users might stop caring about larger cameras altogether. The more I used it, the more the Pocket 4 Pro reminded me of DJI's Ronin 4D philosophy, making professional-looking footage accessible to normal people without technical headaches. That's exactly what this camera does. You pull it out of your pocket, double tap, track your face, and suddenly you're getting layered telephoto shots with background blur that previously required expensive lenses and heavy stabilization rigs. And yes, the tracking still works even at 6 times zoom. That's another huge improvement. On the Pocket 3, once you entered zoom modes, tracking limitations became frustrating pretty quickly. Here, DJI finally created something that feels complete. You can shoot wide landscapes, cinematic portraits, compressed telephoto shots, and even tracked close-ups without fighting the camera. For travel creators, this changes everything. Before, most people carried the Pocket for stabilization and quick video, then switched to their phone for zoom shots or portraits. Now the Pocket 4 Pro covers both roles. One camera suddenly handles vlog shots, food shots, portraits, scenery, close-ups, and cinematic B-roll. That flexibility matters more than most people realize. Imagine standing on a rocky beach during sunset. With a wide-angle lens, your subject feels disconnected from the environment. The background spreads apart, the image feels messy. To get closer, you physically move toward the person, and their face starts distorting. Now switch to the 3x lens. Suddenly, the mountains behind them pull inward. The sky stacks beautifully behind the subject. The person looks naturally proportioned. The image gains layers, depth appears. It starts looking like footage from a much larger camera system. That's the power of focal length compression, and DJI finally brought it into the Pocket lineup properly. Food photography also becomes massively better. This sounds small until you actually test it. Wide lenses make plates look stretched and awkward. With the telephoto lens, food finally looks focused and intentional. Coffee cups don't warp anymore, desserts gain depth. Restaurant footage suddenly looks expensive instead of phone camera casual. Even shooting animals becomes easier because you no longer need to invade their space. You can maintain distance while still capturing detailed close-ups. That changes the entire shooting experience. And then there's live photos. This feature honestly surprised me more than expected. The combination of telephoto depth and motion creates product shots that feel richer and more premium. Portrait live photos especially look fantastic because the 3x lens naturally isolates the subject while keeping motion smooth and cinematic. DJI also added beautification features and portrait tuning that somehow avoid looking fake. Thankfully, they didn't go overboard with artificial skin smoothing. Faces still retain texture and realism while looking polished enough to upload instantly to social media. That balance is difficult to achieve, but DJI handled it well. Now, of course, not everything is perfect. The moment you add a larger telephoto lens into a tiny gimbal camera, compromises happen. The Pocket 4 Pro feels slightly top-heavy compared to previous models. It's not terrible, but you definitely notice it during longer handheld use. Thankfully, the included extension handle and mini tripod help balance the weight much better. Once attached, the grip actually feels more comfortable than before. Battery life also takes a hit, and honestly, it makes sense. A telephoto lens requires stronger stabilization corrections because tiny shakes become more visible at longer focal lengths. That means the gimbal motors work harder, consume more power, and generate more movement constantly. You can feel DJI pushing the hardware close to its limits here. Night performance on the telephoto lens is another area where physics reminds you this is still a compact device. During daytime, image quality looks excellent with strong detail retention and balanced exposure. But in low light situations, noise becomes noticeable faster than on the main camera. The smaller light intake of the telephoto sensor simply cannot perform miracles. Still, considering what this camera is attempting to do, the results remain seriously impressive. And then there's D-Log 2. For casual users, it may not matter much. But for creators and filmmakers, this addition is huge. The extra color flexibility makes the Pocket 4 Pro much easier to integrate into professional workflows alongside larger cameras. Suddenly, this tiny camera stops feeling like a secondary gadget and starts becoming a legitimate creative tool. That's really the biggest story here. The Pocket series has evolved. The old versions felt like fun, portable vlog cameras. The Pocket 4 Pro feels like DJI finally understood what creators actually wanted. Multiple focal lengths, cinematic depth, better portraits, professional color options, and all-in-one convenience without carrying heavy gear. And honestly, they nailed most of it. The 3x telephoto lens completely transforms the experience. It changes how people look, how food looks, how landscapes feel, and how stories are framed. Instead of everything appearing wide and flat, shots suddenly gain emotion, depth, and visual separation. That emotional difference matters more than megapixels ever will. After using the Pocket 4 Pro for several days, one thing became very clear to me. This is the first pocket camera that truly feels complete. Not just a stabilized camera, not just a travel gadget, a real creative camera. Small enough for everyday life, but powerful enough to make ordinary moments look cinematic. Let's talk about Luna Ultra. The moment the Insta360 Luna Ultra appeared in real hands, everything changed. Not a blurry leak, not a fake render, real footage, real movement, real creators walking through actual scenes while recording with the camera. And suddenly, this wasn't just another coming soon gadget trying to copy DJI. It looked real, dangerous even. For years, DJI dominated the pocket camera market almost uncontested. The Pocket lineup became the default choice for creators who wanted smooth footage in a tiny body. But the Luna Ultra feels different from the start. It doesn't feel like Insta360 is asking for permission to compete. It feels like they're directly attacking every weakness DJI left open. And that's what creates the tension here, because the Luna Ultra is not playing safe. The biggest surprise might actually be the detachable screen. At first glance, people see it and think it's just a cool little extra. But once you understand what it does, the entire camera suddenly becomes far more powerful than a normal pocket gimbal. Detach the screen and it turns into a wireless remote controller for the camera. Simple idea, massive impact. Imagine mounting the Luna Ultra outside a moving car while monitoring the shot from inside. Or placing it across a room for cinematic interviews while controlling everything remotely. Solo creators can finally operate shots without constantly running back and forth to check framing. That alone saves so much frustration. And then your imagination starts running wild. Mounted on a bike, a skateboard, a wall, a moving rig. Suddenly, this tiny camera stops behaving like a pocket gadget and starts acting like a mini cinema tool. That's the real shift happening here. DJI perfected stabilization. Insta360 seems to be trying to reinvent how creators actually shoot. The design itself also looks surprisingly premium. Usually, first-generation products feel experimental or unfinished, but the Luna Ultra already looks polished. A huge reason is the partnership with Leica camera. Insta360 reportedly co-engineered the optics and color science with Leica, and honestly, the footage already floating online shows that influence clearly. The image quality feels softer in a good way, more cinematic, more natural. Skin tones don't look over-sharpened like many smartphone cameras. Highlights roll off smoothly instead of exploding into harsh brightness. The footage breathes. It feels controlled. That matters because creators are getting tired of overly processed footage. People want cameras that feel real again. The hardware sounds serious too. The main camera reportedly uses a large 1-inch sensor with an f1.8 aperture. For a camera this small, that is already impressive. But the real attention grabber is the telephoto lens system. This is where things become interesting for filmmakers and content creators. Pocket cameras traditionally struggle with cinematic depth because most rely heavily on wide-angle lenses. Wide shots are useful, but they flatten backgrounds and make everything feel less dramatic. The Luna Ultra changes that with a dedicated telephoto camera, reportedly capable of around 70mm to possibly even 120mm equivalent zoom. That changes the look completely. Backgrounds compress naturally. Subjects separate from environments. Street shots suddenly look expensive. Portraits gain depth. Product videos feel intentional instead of casual. Even everyday scenes start looking cinematic. And then comes the zoom system. Reports suggest around 3.9 times optical zoom, 6 times lossless zoom, and up to 12 times hybrid zoom. Now obviously the extreme digital zoom modes will have limitations. Nobody should expect magic there. But the 6 times lossless zoom range could genuinely change how creators film. You no longer need to stand directly inside every scene. You can capture moments from a distance while keeping detail and cinematic framing intact. For travel creators, event shooters, vloggers, or street filmmakers, that flexibility is huge. Then the slow motion specs arrive and the pressure on DJI rises even more. If the leaks are accurate, the Luna Ultra may shoot 4K at up to 240 frames per second. That number sounds almost ridiculous for a stabilized pocket camera. Most compact cameras start falling apart at extreme frame rates. But if Insta360 pulls this off cleanly, creators suddenly gain access to unbelievably smooth slow motion in an ultra-portable setup. Think about rain falling in dramatic slow motion, cars drifting through smoke, water splashing across surfaces, sports moments stretched beautifully without losing detail. These are the kinds of visuals that instantly grab attention online because they feel expensive before editing even begins. The Luna Ultra reportedly combines a 3-axis mechanical gimbal with Insta360's flow state electronic stabilization system.